you are doing the inspection. Means some activities are involved, whether it is your machine, your material, the equipments or the labor. So you will be calculating the cost of all these things. These are considered as the activities which are involved in the inspection. QM order means quality related cost, how much was involved. Whether it is an appraisal cost or it is a non-conformative cost. Even the audits we do, internal audits can be done on the products. Then another is that preventive cost. You will be controlling the defects which are coming. Okay, SPC you will be using. Use this QM order to monitor the cost. A non-conformative cost, if we found any defect, when the material is rejected, we are creating a notification, properly document all the defects which we have noticed. Then we are performing some task and whatever activities you will do so that you can minimize those defects. Kappa and other activities are done, and how many days were involved to close the notification and all. So you will monitor all the things. The cost of the notification can be calculated. Because even if you are doing a rework and all, or either that material is gone to the scrap categories, so that is a loss only. Give a warranty on our product and it reaches the customer end, and then the person is not satisfied and it is within a warranty period, then either you will give the replacement or you will repair it, to rework it, and then again give it to the customer. So the cost is added in these activities because your quality was not good. And you will analyze the reports and all so that you can minimize the reappearance of the defects. And what are the prerequisites if I want to calculate the cost of the inspection? It is mandatory to maintain a work center because work center will involve the cost center, which will be handling the cost of the activities. Once you assign this work center to the inspection plan, it is a task list. Automatically, whatever data we have maintained in the work center will be populated in the inspection plan, which will now have activities which are involved and what will be the cost for those activities and all. Control key should be the QM04. We have the indicator for the cost calculation part. We need to create a QM order also. For each activities, whether it is your manpower or the machine or any other activity, you will be maintaining the rates for those activities. If you hire any labor, you pay that labor, what are the rates? Whether it is per day rates are there or per hour rates are there. Even if you are hiring any machine for suppose testing purpose also, you are paying it hourly basis. 60 report and plant is 1000. I am keeping in the raw material and then click on execute. 100-121. Let's take this. Control Y, Control C, 02, enter. This is my material and the plant is 1000. Okay, enter. In the inspection setup, if I double click on this 89 here, you can see these are the default settings which are maintained for the inspection type 89. You can see this QM order is there, which is an at present blank, nothing is there. Press F1 key and it will give you the help for it, used for collecting the cost. Let's try to calculate the cost of inspection type 89 for this material. Task list is checked, not the material specification. Let's save it. And to create a work center, it is CRQ1. I can create using a copy as option because that will be more convenient. Plant is 1000. Reference work center is 1711. Okay. Press enter key. I need to tell the work center name. So work center test I'm entering. This pop-up, what all things you want to copy. Let me copy all the things as it is. Whatever is maintained in this work center and this plant, copy. All the information has been populated. You can see in the basic data tab my plant, and this is the name of the work center which is maintained. Okay, let me change this thing to this only. Okay, my description is work center test. Okay, and here you can see the usage is 9. 9 means this particular work center should be available for all the task types. Okay, so keep it 9. There will be multiple activities which you want to monitor: setup time, machine time, and the labor time. Or if you are monitoring electricity used or any other activities, these are the standard SAP standard value keys. These activities will be automatically added. So if I select, say, SAP 0, which is a no standard value key, if I don't want to maintain any activity, press enter key. Here you can see everything is removed. Now it is blank. Whatever is the standard value key, I'm selecting SAP1, which is a normal production. Show me these 3 activities are maintained for the standard value key. I can maintain some setup time for this. Some machine is there. Okay, I can maintain that, and the labor is there. Maintain the rules which are required, like for the setup time, do I want to maintain the value? Suppose if I don't want the setup time, so I will say no, or don't check this thing. Activity which is machine should be entered. Yani some value should be entered. Even some labor is involved, so I want to check the labor time also. So I am saying, say, should be entered. So here we are actually maintaining the rules, whether I want the values for this or not. Most appropriate standard value key need to be maintained. For simplicity purpose, I am keeping it as SAP1. And press enter key, and I am maintaining that machine time, labor time, even this should be entered, setup time. So these things I have maintained in my basic data part. The default values. Because whenever I enter this work center, these values will be the default values which will be automatically populated. If I want to calculate the cost, the control key should be QM04. Cost calculation part related to the quality, already the setup time it is coming, the machine and the labor. So here we need to maintain the units because the unit might be different. It can be in hours also instead of minutes. Let's keep it minutes only at present. Capacity. We can maintain some formulas which are used to calculate the setup formula, the processing time for different activities and all. Capacity category is showing as 001. Here the description is coming as machine. Capacity category is 2, means my second activity, which is labor, and these are the formulas which are used for it. Again, if you click on this, you will get the list which is possible. And if it is prefixed with SAP, it is a standard SAP list only. Okay. If I want to see the formula for what is maintained, the menu formula, and then click on display. which is SAP 005. This is the formula which is maintained as the setup into the operational split. Similarly, if I want to see the formula which is maintained for the processing part, you can select this. From the menu, you can select display formula. If you want to use some different formula, then you can create a new formula. Of course, all these things are coming from the configuration. Even few buttons are there, which will give you few extra information. Like if I click on this capacity header data part, plant, if it is starting from 7 a.m. and the finishing time and what is the interval or the break which we are giving and how many machines are used and how much will be the total utilization. So all these things will be maintained, and you can click on the other things which will give you further details. Okay, different shifts are there, then we can maintain these things. Even the interval, you can see that we have maintained only one shift is maintained, but if there are 2 or 3 shifts, suppose if there is a urgent requirement of bulk order is there, then in the normal scenario, we are just using one shift only. We have to deliver it. Then we are making it to 2 shifts. So one is the morning shift and second is the evening shift. And that is temporary because just to fulfill that requirement, I am creating another shift for certain duration only, like for only for 15 days, I'm maintaining it. Specify the valid period also. These are more of the PP relevant part. We are just using as it is the remaining thing, costing part. Here we need to maintain the controlling area. There will be one controlling area for any company code. So we will be specifying that controlling area, then the cost center who will be handling the cost relevant activities. So of course here what data need to be maintained, that is maintained with the help of the controlling department team consultant. And these are the activities. For each activity, you can see that activity type number is coming. Okay. We have to maintain the cost for each activity. Save it. Okay. So I have created, this is my work center in the plant. Let's go to the change mode of it. Enter. We are using the existing activities, which is 1421 and 1420. Let me show you the details of these activities. For creating it is KL01. I'm showing you the details. So going to the change mode of, we will be telling the controlling area with activity type 1420. Since it is a change mode, it means same data you are maintaining. The basic data, what will be the name of the activity for the machine hours. We have added this 1420 activity. So what will be the unit for it? Okay. And the cost center elements, because these information the costing department will give. And these are the information which are maintained. What kind of activities are involved? You will be creating those activities. Another is 1421. So let me show you that also, what is maintained in that. Enter. Salary is there, okay, based on hours. Okay, the unit is maintained, and this is the allocation cost element sent. The cost of the activity. Need to maintain the activity cost. KP26 when change activity. Want to maintain the cost, here we will be telling the version should be 0. Multiple versions are there. Use this 0, okay, which is the active one. Period you will specify. So when I am entering 1 to 12, One means April to March of 2024 I am seeing, and this cost center, and this is the activity 20, and press enter key, or you will click on this overview screen. It will give you the cost. Now I can edit it. Okay, so I have, instead of 118, I have made it variable prices 200. Okay, and then click on save. So I have changed my activity price. So the current year 2024. Cost center is 4280. My activity, which is 1421, which is wages, salary, key, and then click on the overview. This is the activity plan, and whether they want to maintain the fixed price or it is a variable price, or how many units you are maintaining this. We can edit it if we want. These rates are decided based on the client's requirement, or some other formula need to be maintained. We create a QM order. The T code which we use is QK01. So this is the screen which will come. Suppose my plant is 1000, and the inspection type I want to use is 89, and the material. So you will be entering these information, press enter key, and here you can see two tabs are there. Create new QM order or copy the QM order. So let's create a fresh one. So you will select the create new QM order in this. And here few extra information need to be maintained. Set the standard settlement receiver. So my cost center is this. Controlling area is 1000. Okay, press enter. So I'm not entering any extra information in that because that is optional. And then click on execute. So once you ignore that warning, this screen will come here. For 89 inspection, I want to create this. So select this and click on assign QM order. Button is there, click on that. Now it is green, okay, and then click on save. Data has been changed. Now we will go to the change mode of the same. Enter 100-121. Plant is 1000. Enter. Execute. This number is assigned 906002. Okay. If I go to my material, MM02, enter. This is the material. In the inspection setup, QM order number is coming now in 89. It is 906002. Previously it was blank. Automatically assigned. Let's save it. Work center we have already created, and those activities are already assigned in the work center. Now let's assign the work center in the inspection plan. Okay, this is the material and the plant is 1000. Enter. Okay, it's already there, this one. So let's go to the change mode only, and we will make the changes in that. Okay, press enter. So the control key, you can see it is QM01. This time, instead of QM01, I will be selecting QM04. QM04, it will show you the cost element which is involved in it. If I select this and go to the detailed information, here you can see calculation part is involved. The cost is checked for it. And here the confirmation part, true means the confirmation is required. So it should have this value selected too in this. Okay, and continue. And here I will be entering my work center, which is work center. Here you can see the activity is already coming, and setup time I'm entering as 5, and machine time I'm entering as 10, and even the labor time I'm entering as 10. Okay, so this is the time which I am maintaining for the inspection activity for this operation. Setup time delete किया है क्या work center में से? And let's save it. And we will go to the change mode again. The work center data we have maintained. This is the control key which we have maintained. And see the activity name is coming. Unit is coming. Setup we have kept not required. Machine time we are maintaining and the labor time we are maintaining, which is 10 minutes per. And the activity cost we have added. I have added the work center. And if I double click on it in my work center, I have maintained these two activities because the standard value key is SAP 1, which will give me these three values, right? Setup, machine, and the labor. But I'm not maintaining setup. That's why the rule I have specified as don't maintain it, should not be entered. But the machine time and the labor time I want to monitor. I have maintained the rule for first one as not required. That's why it was not allowing me to enter the value in setup time. But for machine and labor, I have maintained that the value should be entered. So I have entered 10 minutes in that. That is QM04. This is the data which we have maintained in the work center. And that's why when you press enter key, it will ask you for the time we need to maintain for the machine and the labor. Now, if I select this and go to the inspection characteristics, I see, let me delete this and we will add some new one. And let's add one. So we will take T2, press enter key, and it is asking me for the specification. Let me enter say 5 and 7. Enter. Sampling procedure, we can select any one. Pick sample size as 2, we can take. Enter. Let's see the detail of these MIC. Lower upper limit is maintained. Sampling procedure, summarized recording, required characteristics. Fixed scope is there and print and other details. And let's save it. Show you the cost center detail in the change mode. Enter. We'll enter the controlling area and the cost center. The cost center which we are using, the controlling area is this, and these are the information which are maintained, like the business area, the functional area, what will be the currency, what is the profit center. These all data is maintained by the costing team. We are not maintaining it. Create a log for that particular inspection type, which is 89. So I will create a log for it. Way is assigned, and then in the sample, click on sample, size is calculated, save. Now if I do the result recording for the same, and I am entering my result as say 6. Enter, and then click on save. Here now you can see, once you press enter key and the status has been changed to 5 for the MIC, it is giving me this pop-up where it is asking me to record the time which was consumed for the machine and the labor. And this is the work center, this is the plant and the activities which need to maintain. Setup time, we haven't maintained that. So for the machine time and the labor time, we can maintain. Suppose if I enter say 11 minutes, it was used instead of 10, and here also labor time, I'm saying 11 minutes instead of 10, continue. And now we will do the usage decision for the same. Let me enter the usage decision for it. I have entered A, and then in the extras here you can see cost. See that cost report for the QM order and the in the cost report QM order, if you click, be able to see the cost. Showing me the total actual cost is this much, what was my planned cost, and what is the currency which is used. Let's go back and then click on save. So multiple transactions can be used. QA12 is a change mode cost. And even that will show you the details. Show you QA13 enter. And if you click on cost and in the cost report, it will show you the report for the cost. Order type is the appraisal cost is there. QM order number 32, enter, and I'm entering the filter for 89. Select all the lots because we have done the usage decision for that. This is the lot for which we have done the usage decision. So now I can only display the details. Let me go to the display mode, and in the results menu, you can select activity overview, and it will give you the details of the data which you have maintained for the activities. Machine time and labor time as 11 minutes. Setup time was 0. Let's go back. And now if I go to the usage decision display mode, so if I click on confirm activity, you can see whatever data we have maintained there, it will show you the same thing like 11 minutes it is showing as machine and labor. Continue. Want before you do, you can change it. In the extras, in the cost, you get this cost report QM order, which will give you the complete cost, like the activities which are involved. What is the cost for those activity? Since we have maintained 2 activities, machine and labor, so and what will be the total one? And if you want to see the individual activity cost, then in the extras cost, activity confirmation. And if I click on this, so here you can see for the machine it is this much, and wages for the labor we have maintained this. This was the time which was entered at the time of result recording, and estimated time we have maintained in our inspection plan as 10 minutes. Let me show you that. P002, enter, and my material was this, enter. And here you can see for the activities, we have maintained the activity time as 10 minutes. It is just the estimated time which we are maintaining here.